Hey Collective. So I've tried to do a reading right before this one, and it was actually quite long. I'm not sure if I'll post it, but honestly I would have posted it before this one, so it doesn't really make sense for me to tell you. But there's so much in your past and future that has been so intertwined that it's hard to see straight sometimes when you're getting all the information that confirms how true you've been, how true you've been, how accurate you've been about what's happening. When we watch a reading, we're hoping to feel resonant, seen, touched by something that connects all of us. That something is huge. Well, it's consciousness, it's conscious awareness, and we all have it. How much people choose to expand their consciousness is up to them. However, I would say it's expanding just the same as gravity exists. You can know what gravity is and know that it's always there, but you never see it, really. It's just there and happening. Whether your conscious awareness expands in a shadow sense or a light sense, now that is the thing that gets tricky. Because you might have had to engage with more shadow energy than light. With the people around you, with the environment at hand. And there's something about new beginning after new beginning after new beginning that wants to break through to another level, to a new life, and it requires patience and dedication and devotion and time and passion, right? And you have all the ingredients you need to build, to create, and to thrive in the life that you truly, truly desire. And for some reason that hits all of the marks, I want to say. And if you have been resonating with me for a while, I do feel like you would love Amber Mark, an artist, music artist, who I have resonated with and been so inspired by her lyrics, her energetic expressions, honestly, of what falling in love really means with yourself, with another person. And there's all this truth and rough edges around opening up to other people because you're not ever sure if they deserve it or not. Maybe in the past. And it's not even about them deserving it. It's, do you feel authentic sharing as much as you do? Do you feel authentic being as generous as you are with certain people? So now you are going to allow yourself the opportunity to connect and to give to people who give back and not just take, subconsciously or consciously, right? Not blaming them, but taking responsibility. We're ready to have some fun. Okay, so let's do it. Let's get into it. All right, Spirit, what is the highest timeline that we can allow ourselves to step into in this moment? Okay, beyond conflict, beyond the Five of Wands energy, is strength. Okay. Strength is crossing our path while we navigate the mentalities of others, the actions of others, honestly. I think mentality, that's a little bit like that already happened before you had to deal with the actions of it all. Wands, and just acknowledging that the fact that wands is the energy of action. And 7 too wanted to come out. And I just was staring at it for a while, because you can see this person is really defending what's important to them, what really matters, subconsciously and consciously. Yeah, for sure. And you've been around, you've like the experiences you've had, it's almost like people don't, you're dealing with this kind of immature energy, I would say, this 5 of Wands energy. I always kind of see it as immature because conflict feels like a lower vibration that almost invites our younger selves to come out, or parts of us that were wronged. And I guess for the most part, whatever actions we take when we are in battle all really started at a younger time or a younger age, I would say. How we battle, how we spar is really dependent on how we grew up, right? And so when I see this King of Cups, it's like you've already grown so much in regard to handling conflict that you're able to see things and mediate and meditate and self-reflect upon what's true here. Okay, what are you concerned about? Okay, what are you concerned about? If there's a problem, there's a resolution. That's just how it goes. Darkness and light wouldn't exist without each other. So why wouldn't a problem exist without a solution, you know? And I can sense there's some frustration about how much energy you're having to give in order to just be around conflicting energies. And it's like all they're really doing is learning. Okay, you gotta have some compassion for people while they learn. You can't just judge them at the beginning of the process, right? But they do. We do, as people, as human beings. However, it's different if that person is choosing to self-reflect and learn. You can tell right away if that's what's happening or if it's not. The Knight of Pentacles, yeah. This Knight of Pentacles is in the position of the past. And what it's telling me is that you have already offered your intelligence, your presence, and look, I'm being very careful to not amplify pride here. However, I don't need to tell any of you to have the awareness of having a big head or a big ego or something like that. It's almost like if you've ever had someone tell you, "Oh my God, your work here was so beautiful," or you, "I really love these qualities about you," but don't get a big head about it, right? It's like, okay, well, are you complimenting me for real, or are you just wanting to make it look like you are for you? Anyways, Temperance, even more patience, even more, well, alchemizing of these energies that just think they know better than you. And I'm sorry to say, or not. I mean, I'm not sorry to say. It's just if it's almost like, you know, being around people that have a minefield of eggshells around them. You know those types of people that it's just, they're so easily offended. It's like, can we smash all of the eggshells into the ground and then build from there? Because there's too many. How do I even approach this? How do I even talk to you? How do you even expect to get close to anyone without completely sabotaging the situation because of problems that happened that weren't even remotely recent, you know? Something like that. The amount of compassion you have, collective, for working with people that really need help. And I think it's funny because you and I here are willing to acknowledge when we need help. Well, really, I know, yeah, it's hard. But that's the thing, is that if you have a hard time, actually, if you do have a hard time acknowledging that you need help, I actually feel like there's a yin-yang situation going on here, where for people who choose to take responsibility, more often than not, they have a harder time asking for help because they're so willing to just do it for themselves, right? But whereas this other energy of, oh, well, this other judgment, I guess you could say, and that's the thing, is that I've not lost my train of thought, but there's this idea that people who are constantly asking for help and not wanting to do things for themselves, not take responsibility, those are the ones that for some reason are the most easily offended, when in reality, you taking the time to show up and be a good friend, to do a good, generous thing for another human being, right? That is then seen as the problem. Make that make sense. Two of Wands. Two of Wands is really, really, really important right now. And honestly, I'm like, why? Why is Two of Wands so important? Two of Wands is holding a shared vision. It's a flower of awareness, you could say. There's contrast, there's balance, there's harmony. There's a gentleness to the Two of Wands energy that I'm picking up on right now, that normally I feel would be completely overlooked. And that perhaps has been the thing that you have felt has been taken advantage of. Not even angry about it though. At this point, it's hearsay. It's like, oh well, yeah. I mean, yeah. It's like, well, yeah. Oh, you've been feeling taken advantage of in ways, or you've been, not seen or recognized for the actual work you put in, because maybe you're just also a beautiful person, so people don't expect you to actually have intelligence or something. It's like the hanged man. They're so lost on you, and gaining this new perspective. You I'm almost getting you have the last laugh. You will have the last laugh about this. And the thing is that you only have it because you already chose to take the higher path. You already chose to I'm hearing turn the other cheek, but that's not what you were doing. It was like they need to turn their cheeks away from you. you didn't it's like maybe you turn the other cheek. What is this phrase? Oh my god, this is so funny. You experienced things that had you realizing, okay, this is how this is seen. Now I'm going to shift my focus. I'm going to put it where it belongs, and I'm not going to spend time arguing about why I have the perspective I have. I don't need to explain myself to you, or the thought process that I have, period. It's almost like you start a new job somewhere and you're like amazed at the fact that they think you were born yesterday. And you're like, Four of Swords. Four of Swords in your challenge. Rest your mind, rest your heart, rest your swords, or put your swords down, It's like there's no battle here anymore. There's no battle. And that's the challenge, to accept that through your presence you communicate everything there is to say, I think in the context of this reading, that's what's true. However, outside, this could look like you needed to say something sooner, but you didn't, and then things kind of happened how they happened. But it's almost like you didn't need to say, you shouldn't have had to say anything. And this is what awareness others around you are having, is that they're realizing, Page of Swords, sorry, communication is key. Not hiding. What is this outcome, Spirit? Where's this going? I have 2 cards, but I'm gonna clarify these 2 cards with 1, and it's looking like commitment and moving on to calmer waters. The 6 of Swords and the 4 of Wands here. Man. And I just wanted to say, I'm so excited to get to have an opportunity now to give these readings in a place of, from a place of secure standing. I mean, just a side note, I have been traveling for almost, it'll be 2 months by the end of this. I've been traveling, I've been in different hotels trying to do these readings, right? And it's been exhausting to not do them, but to have the rest of my schedule that I have and also do these. Just not gonna lie, right? Because I love doing this. I love showing up here, and the energy that is allowing me to bring this up and be honest and to share more than I thought about my own situation is this energy of you getting to do this, you getting to do what you want to do. And you're like, why didn't I do this sooner? But everything's happening as it should, right? That's okay. I want to shuffle a bit. What's this commitment that Collective's doing? What is this? There's excitement here, I'm feeling. There's this mirrored energy, actually. There's this acknowledgement of duality here. And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful goodbye. I see this person in the card. It looks like she's waving, but with a bouquet of flowers. It's like, how would the the going back to the eggshell energy or the defensiveness, it's how can you imagine waving a bouquet of flowers goodbye to someone who is so easily offended, and you're like, goodbye, and they're like, so offended at your happiness. It's like, what is that? Oh my god. Or maybe, you know, they're not even aware of that. They're like, why do I feel this way? It's like 2 of Swords. Choices. Look, I need some confirmation. I feel like this is some spicy energy. The things that have come out of this reading. Ground, shield, and protect. Yeah, okay. All right, so there's this call to protect your energy. Just to protect, to ground, be outside, touch some grass. Just I'm thinking of things that rhyme. Just dance around if you need to. Why so serious? Why so serious, Collective? Why? Have fun. It's time to have fun. Okay. Venus, love, aid, and fellowship. Okay. Okay, Venus. Welcome. Okay. I'm gonna read this. Maybe pull one more card and then call it good, because y'all are ready to go and have some fun. And if this has been fun for you, then I'm so happy. I'm so glad. And I want to provide more fun in this beautiful journey of spiritual realization, or whatever you want to call this at this point. It's just life, but it's like, okay, Venus, named for the Roman goddess of love, is the brightest light in the sky after the sun and moon. With no moons and the slowest rotation of any planet in our solar system, it unhurriedly spins alone. Venus was the first planet humans successfully landed probes on, okay? And we harness its gravity to slingshot spaceships deeper into space. Those closest to you carry you furthest. Oh my God. Okay. What's coming through is that you have been the catalyst that, and I know they didn't reference a catalyst in here, but they referenced a slingshot. And in order for something to be pulled back and shot, that requires a tool, a mechanism of sorts. And the mechanism that you've been for this other energy, this defensiveness, has actually allowed all of the pieces to fall, I'm hearing, to fall where they may, so that they can be projected into a reality that actually works for them and can be sustained.